Welcome to this section. In this video, we're going to be talking about if and else conditional statements and how we can use them in our Python. So basically, Python allows us to use if and else statements, which are basically just logical or conditional checks on our code to evaluate if certain things are true or false. And the way we do these checks is just with basic mathematical equations. So we can say, so we'll just say is equal to, is greater than or equal to, right? Less than or equal to. So these are just going to allow us to check different variables, check different situations, and then run different pieces of code based on it. So an if statement looks like the following. So let's say we have two variables. We'll say A equals 100 and B equals 200. An if statement looks like if B is greater than A with a colon, and then notice how it has the indentation. We're going to print hello like that. So if statements are ones that need the indentation like we talked about, the 4 spaces or the tab. So basically all this is doing, it's going to say if our variable B is greater than A, print hello. So we'll run this, we'll see what happens. It printed hello. Let's say it was reversed and we said if A is greater than B, print hello. It's not going to print anything because A is not greater than B. We can also use an elif statement, which is basically just the next step of an if. So basically it's just going to say if this one fails, what else should we do? We'll recreate these. We'll say A equals 100 and B equals 100. So there's the same thing. We'll say if B is greater than A, print B greater than A, and then we can use elif, which is on the same indentation as the if. Then we'll say elif A is equal to B. So when we're using these conditionals, we use a double equal sign to say is equal to. So up here, when we're setting a variable, we're saying, okay, A is equal to 100. Down here, we're saying is A equal to B? Or we're just checking to see if that condition is true. We'll say elif A is equal to B with a colon. Then we'll say print they are the same in a string. So what it does is it comes here, it evaluates this to false because B is not greater than A. Then it comes down here and it says, okay, next check. Are they equal? And yes, they are. So it's going to just print out, okay, they're the same. And then the last thing we can do here is there is an else statement. So this will run if all of our conditional checks fail. We can say else print bad luck or something, right? So we'll say, and then we'll change this to say B is 50. So it's going to run the first check. Is B greater than A? No. Okay, let's move on. Is A equal to B? Okay, it's going to check this. It's not going to be, so it should just print out bad luck. And there we go. So it checked these first two conditions. They both failed, so the else statement runs this code down here, which is just printing bad luck. And the cool thing about conditional statements is we can actually evaluate multiple things in one if statement. So, for example, let's throw in a third variable. We'll say A equals 10, B equals 5, and C equals 100. So we can use the keywords or and to evaluate multiple statements within a single if. So we can say if A is greater than B, and then we'll say and C is greater than A, print hello. Like that. So run that and we get hello. So the next thing we can do is we can check with the or to see if just one of them are true. So what we can do is we can say if A is greater than B, which is true, okay, or A is greater than C, print one of these is true. So essentially what this is saying, it's going to check both of these and just one of them with the or statement needs to evaluate true. So if we run this, one of those is true. But like if we were to run this right here, just that it would not print because that evaluates to false, but because we had this with the or, it ended up being true. So another thing we can do with if and else statements is we can nest them so we can have multiple steps of different evaluations. So we can put an if statement within an if statement. So what this looks like is we'll say x equals 100, like this, and then we'll say if x is greater than 5, print greater than 5, like that. And then we can add another if statement in here. We can say if x is greater than 10,000, then we want to say print greater than 10,000. And then we can say else print not greater than 10,000. So really what's happening here is this is running this if statement first. If it's true, it'll move on to the next bits of code right here, okay? So then it's going to print this, and then it's going to go into this if statement. It's going to evaluate, is our x 100 greater than 10,000? If it is, it will print greater than 10,000. Otherwise, it will print not greater than 10,000. And just notice here how everything is still in this indentation multiple of 4. So when you're running Python code, every indentation, every if statement is going to have an indentation of 4. So that's just kind of how Python works. You're always going to have those indentations. It makes it pretty easy to read, but just know that if you don't have that indentation, it's going to break. So let's go ahead and run this, and we should get greater than 5 and not greater than 10,000, which is exactly what we get, okay? So this, like I said, this evaluated greater than 5, went to the next if statement. It tried to see if it's greater than 10,000. It wasn't, so it just printed out our else statement. We can also use a keyword called pass, which essentially allows us to do nothing if something evaluates to true or false. So in an if statement, if we say x is equal to 10, and then let's say if x is greater than 50,000, print hello. And then we'll say elif x is greater than 5. We can use the word pass like that. And basically this just means that it's not going to do anything. Like it knows, it ran this code right here and evaluated x is greater than 5, but it's just, if we use pass, it just passes. It doesn't do anything. And then else print hello 2 or something. I don't know. So now if we run this, we shouldn't get any output, okay? Okay, so we got no output. But if we were to say x is 4, then we get hello 2 because neither of these conditionals evaluated to true. So that is kind of the basics of an if and an else statement. We do use these a lot in Python. We do use these a lot in the course, and you really just, when you're coding in Python, you're going to use these if and else conditional statements a ton. So that's it for these ones. Let's go ahead and jump into the next video.